Well, you know, it is what it is. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for Paul Anderson. Sir?
That's better. Fucking right.
Well, before we even start, do you still remember your Bahraini name?
Well, right, sorry, what was that?
Okay, cool. Do you still remember your Bahraini name?
Yeah. Of course I do, yeah. Munkai.
Actually, it's Makki. Makki Anderson, everybody. Let's hear it one more time.
Makki.
We gave that to him yesterday, Makki Anderson. He chose that. Oh, wait. Somewhere from Jeddah.
No, wait, that was chosen. Ah, right, everybody.
Yeah, it's like we'd like to say hi to Makki. Anyways, how you feeling so far? Second day here in Bahrain.
Yeah, I love it. I'm loving it. It's great. It's you know, the sun's going down. I like it when I'm a creature of the night. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I am a creature of the night. When I was in school, they asked me what I wanted to be. You know, it goes round in a circle. I don't know how it works here, but in England they give it all that. So what do you want to do when you grow up, Paul? And a couple of the kids said, I want to be a fire brigade, you're a firefighter. And one kid said, I want to be a policeman. Excuse me. And then one guy said, I want to be a postman. You know, so on. And I said, I want to be a vampire.
Let's go.
And I was 7, right? I was 7. And I said, yeah, I want to be a vampire. And they were like, well, why do you want to be a vampire? You know, they was inquisitive. I guess they were worried. And I said, well, you know, I want to live in the middle in the night and go around biting the necks of beautiful women. I didn't quite know what I was saying, you know what I mean? But this is what I was watching on TV or reading in the comics. My parents were called up to school, and they were like, "What is your son into? What is he watching? What are you doing to this kid?" You know, that I was nearly taken away into care in the UK. Like they could snap your children up if they think they're being ill-treated or badly advised. And but it's true. I wanted to, and I still do. I still want to be a vampire. Maybe I'll get to play one day.
Maybe. What about Twilight? Would you want to be part of the Twilight trilogy? You're gonna remake it again?
No. I said I want to be a vampire. I don't want to be a good-looking. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not into that chiseled jawed, swept back hair, like, you know, chasing after like dogs. No, I want to be. I want to be a vampire. You know what I'm talking about? Bram Stoker's Dracula. I'm talking about the original. What we do in the shadows. Anybody here seen that? Yeah, show that some love because that is happening. That show is going on. My friends in that show, and yeah, that's a great thing. Or there's, you know, Interview with a Vampire. Many vampire movies I like. I like the older stuff, like Addiction, Hunger, and yeah, there's a lot of good vampire films out there. I'm obsessed more with the immortality. You know, living for centuries, and being cultured over years and years. You know, reading literature that dates back thousands of years. I try and do that today. I try and live, each day, I kind of don't know who I am, you know what I mean? So, some days I think I am a vampire.
Oh wow.
I sit there and play piano, I can play the piano, and I play a lot of Rachmaninoff, which, if you're familiar with Rachmaninoff, very dark pianist, and it's almost demonic, and not that I promote anything to do with that, but you know, I'm just all about the living immortality.
Okay.
Living for centuries and centuries and being refined and erudite, having a knowledge of you know, literature and wine and cultures and yeah.
Okay. I got a question to the crowd in that case. Who wants to be bitten by Paul Anderson? Okay, everybody wants to. Oh wow. Everyone wants to. Even you? Okay.
This guy, this is taking it one step further now. You know what I mean? Like, who wants to be bitten by me? Shit.
You want to maybe have a line, you know? It's like, here's the Paul Anderson binding line.
Problem is, I got, you know, you got to bite me back, and then I do become a vampire. Be a vampire. If I bite you, you're gone. You're dead. You got to bite me back, and then we live forever.
AKA Mucky Anderson, everybody. That's for sure. How crazy is it to know you have fans across the planet, right here in Bahrain, who've been watching you in Peaky Blinders?
Yeah. No, it's flat. It's humbling, man. I feel very humbled by that. I just now noticed that I got in touch with that. I sat outside and talking to the people, and his Royal Highness, or you know, the Sheikh, however you address the king, you know. But I know he's a very dedicated follower, fan, and that is like that humbles me. You know, I'm humbled by that because it's I love acting. You know, that's all I can do. I can't do nothing else. I've never had a job. I've never had a real job. All I know how, in fact, that's a contradiction. I don't know how to act. I can't act. You know, acting is very hard. Pretending. I know some people are very good at it. I'm not going to name any names, but you know, like you want to act tough. You know, this is acting tough.
Oh man, we know
Yeah,
what's up.
that's acting, right? Or then there's like, oh my god, I'm really sad. I'm so sad, right? That's acting. But then what I do is different. I can't do that on camera or on stage because it's fake, as you saw there. It's fake. I'm not sad. But I said I think I got it in. This looks sad. I feel sad. But I'm not sad. You know what I mean? That's acting. I have to feel sad. You know, I have to be sad. I have to be angry. I have to be mad. I have to be, you know, in Peaky Blinders, for example, my experience is a real cathartic. You know, I've done stuff in that was like so close to home, so close to the bone. You know, like there was a guy who played my father in season 2, and he reminded me of my dad. You know, it was like, and like, you know, like I say, I don't act, especially when you're working with good people, you know, that aren't acting themselves. It's like, I'll give you an example. Tom Hardy, who's a dear friend of mine, he said to me once in a scene, he said, he growled in a scene, he was really mean to me. He was really mean, and he meant it. There was no acting. Tom's the same, he doesn't act. There was no acting. And he said something to me that was, it was like, it really hurt me, you know? Like, and I think he did it on purpose. I don't think he liked me that much when he first met me. I mean, and he found me a threat, or, you know, too charismatic for him, or, you know,
Cross the legs, yes.
you know, no, that's very true. You know what I mean? I know I am. Tom's a lovely guy, but he's a crashing ball.
Yeah.
But
vampires, vibes, man.
But anyway, so he really attacked me, and I remember, I ain't gonna repeat what he said, right? I mean, fuck it, people swear, right? Well, I can swear, right?
You have 3 Fs.
What the hell? So he said to me like, I never understood what he was saying. I said, in the scene, I'm like, well, I don't really know. And he said, well, you don't know, you don't fucking know, do you?
Dude.
Right? So I was like, whoa, that wasn't scripted. Do you mean? I was like, damn. Like, that was real. Like, he said that, I could see in his eyes, like, he pointed at me, like, that was meant to hurt. And it did. And then I'm vulnerable, you know what I mean? I'm like, I'm not Arthur, you know. I'm not a good fighter. I was the best fighter in my school, don't get me wrong, I've never had a fight. But and I thought to myself, why is it being like that? What was all that about? So that was take one. Take two, re-entry, we go out the room, and I was with another actor, a younger dude, and I went to him, his name's Billy, right, he's a lovely guy. And I went, Bill, listen, this is the first time I ever met Tom, by the way. This is his first day on Peaky Blinders. And I said, Thomas, I said to Billy, Billy, watch this. I said, he wants to try and be tricky, huh? He thinks he can bully me on my show, you know? So I said, just follow my lead, because we improvise a lot on the show, and we're given that privilege. Stephen Knight is writing, it's great, you don't really need to do a lot, but when you do, you know, it has to be spot on, and knowing Arthur the way I do, I get it right most of the time. So I said to Billy, watch this, just roll with me, right? Don't laugh, whatever you do, like break character. So we walked in, I don't know if you remember the scene, but anyway, I walk into his bread factory, and there he is, a little dressed up, a hat on, and yeah, he's got the Jewish, like, the whole baker thing. And he goes, Arthur, hello, welcome. And he walks over to me like, and the first thing that comes to my head, right, I grabbed his hand, squeezed his hand, you know what I mean? Like, I looked him in the eyes and I was like, and this isn't scripted, none of this was written down, right? And I grabbed his hand and I went, Mr. Solomon, let me just say, shalom.
Oh, wow.
Shalom. Right?
That's crazy.
Because I thought, you know, Arthur's knowledge of, you know, his cultural sort of like understanding of, you know, whatever, knowing it. So I was like, shalom.
All right.
Shalom to all of you, shalom. And he looked at me, Tommy, and he was like, shalom. And I could see in his eyes that he didn't know whether to laugh or he didn't know whether to cut. He was pissed. He was pissed, but he also admired it. I found out later over dinner that I was the first actor that had ever done something like that to him.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh.
To get his own mic. Yeah.
Right, question.
Hello. Were the cigarettes that you smoked in cast, was it real or fake?
Here we go. You can use the F word, it's okay.
Do you know what? In every episode, right, said Arthur lights a cigarette, Arthur smokes, Arthur. I never smoked in the whole show. I smoked a cigar in one scene, now and again. I never smoked because I smoke in the real world. So I thought if I smoke on TV, on the show as well, like, and then smoke in the real world, like, damn, I ain't gonna live long, you know what I mean? And Tommy, Killian, we counted one day, right? I think it's one season, one whole season. He gets through 3,000 cigarettes. 3,000. They're not real, they're herbal, but so do your maths. I never went to school, you know what I mean? So I can't work it out, but that's at least 100 a day, you know? Me, I just smoke.
Next question.
Hey, how's it going? I'm a really big fan. I know it's my friend. He's like, couldn't be here, but do you think you could? Do you think you could recreate that line of the "Don't mess with Peaky Blinders"?
Let's go.
You mean recreate it as in like do the line? Yeah, you see, I can do that, right? But it's going to be motivated by nothing. Do you understand what I'm saying? So if there's, no, it's cool. I'm not going to be pedantic about it. You sound like a real dickhead up here, like you know, I'm an actor and all that shit. But if I look at you and I get pissed off by that fucking stupid fucking cardigan you're wearing, right? That checkers move, right? Or whatever the hell that is, right? That chest move. I'd say, boy, a new one, you bastard! By order of the Peaky fucking Blinders!
There you go. Now that was something else. Next question over here.
Hi, how are you? My question is, what was your favorite scene that you shooted in series?
Your favorite scene in Peaky Blinders you shot in action?
Oh, that's easy. Do you know what? I didn't enjoy the last season for many reasons. It was hard, and Helen McCrory, Aunt Polly, you know, she died, and we heard that news halfway through shooting, and it was all disjointed. The whole thing, family dynamic had broken down. 9 years we spent on that show, and COVID come along and just like prevented us all from hugging and shaking each other's hands and getting close to each other when at that point we really wanted to share the love, you know. But anyway, my favourite scene was with Tommy when he told me, or I found out that he had tuberculosis, right? And it was improvised, a lot of it. And it's a moment really, just a moment in that scene. You know the thing I'm talking about, right? At the end of season 6, and you know, I said like, when were you gonna tell me? And he's like, I'm leaving you money, 5 million. And the only part I liked, one part he hurt my back for real when he threw me against the desk. But then the part was at the end of the scene, and I do this to John. I drink to the picture of John, and then he comes over to me, and he holds my face, and I hugged him, right? And that wasn't scripted. I just held on to him like this. I just held on to Keegan, and I remember he's in my ear, and he's like, "All right, man. Let go, man. You're fucking breaking the bones, man. No, I'll funny." Until it was like, you know, because I knew that was my last day. That was my last day on set, and that brings me back to, you know, I don't know how to act, because that hug was real. You know what I mean? Like I squeezed him, like I didn't want to let go. You know what I mean? I didn't want to say goodbye, and I held him. I said to myself, I'm going to hold him until it's uncomfortable for both of us, and to the viewer, to the people watching, you know what I mean? Like what, and so the next time you watch that scene, if you look at it, remember that and think, that's going on a bit too long, or maybe, like, I don't know, maybe it makes you feel uncomfortable. It's supposed to, you know? It's supposed to go on too long, because it was real. I just wanted to tell him. In fact, he couldn't breathe. He was like,
Let's hear it for Paul Anderson, everybody. Let's hear it. That was beautiful. That was just beautiful.
thank you very much.
That was really. Next question.
Choose it out, man, for fuck's sake. What's wrong with ya? We would have shot you already, man, for taking too long. Tommy, kill him.
How do you feel about your character?
Thank you for your question.
Yes.
How do I feel about my character? Is that all it was after all that? How do you feel about your 6 words?
Well, he went to mental issues.
You went round, yeah, I get it. You went round, you phased me. You phased me. You went round a long way, and I like that. How do I feel about him? Listen, you've got to like, you've got to. And I ain't going to give it a cliche, because I hear this question often. And I often think, when I listen to people, I don't do a lot of interviews, right? In fact, I avoid them. I avoid talk shows, I avoid fucking podcasts, radios, I avoid these things. I've been invited to a lot of comic cons and stuff like that. And never here, by the way, right? I've never rejected you, just so you know. But, like, I don't generally do this kind of thing. But, so I don't know, I don't get prepared answers, as you can tell. Some people are good at this, they get trained to do this sort of shit. Like, I would have been told to shut up. I used to go, shh, keep your questions, your answers short. But I'm trying to read off the tele thing up there, right? No, but, how do I feel about him? Like, he's like, I love him. You know what I mean? Like, there's no doubt. He's a great character to play. I mean, everybody loves the bad guy, right? Who's the bad guy? You know, I'm reciting lines from Scarface right now. But you know, when he's in the restaurant, you know, he goes, I'm the bad guy, who's the bad guy, huh? Everybody, but they do, people do like the bad guy. And it's funny, because if I talk to the girl that plays my wife, Linda, right? Kate, her name's Kate Phillips. She's a beautiful actor. And she says to me, you know, everybody hates me. I get like DMs, like, hey, Linda, fuck Linda, you know, Linda Garber. But you know, you can dig someone's eyes out, or you can chop their head off, and it's, oh, poor off. You know, like, you know what I mean? Like, and the fact is, yeah, because I play off with a heart. You know, I don't play the evil. You know, I don't play the shadow. You know what I mean? You know, Carl Jung talks about the shadow. Freud talks about the shadow. You know, I don't play that. I play the self. I play the real person. And within that, you know, there's a darkness. And when it comes to Arthur, like, simply put, you know, anyway, and that's not hard. A lot of actors are saying, well, you've got to like a part of the character you play, otherwise why would you do it? Bullshit. You do it for a paycheck. There are many actors that do it for a paycheck. There are many actors that, the reality is when I got offered Arthur Shelby, I remember thinking like, this character is what I make it. There weren't a lot on the page, you know, there was a lot of Tommy Shelby, but there weren't a lot of Arthur. And as time went on, I made Arthur what he is. And I've done that because the little I had to work with, I loved. You know, I genuinely thought this guy's got a real heart. He's a little bit dumb. He's a bit of a meathead. But with underneath all that, there's a person, you know, PTSD, you know, there wasn't even a thing. in the 1920s, that no doctor diagnosed people with post-traumatic stress from the war. You know what I mean? And we've had lots of wars. You know what I mean? In our lifetimes, and please God, we don't have any more. But you know, but we probably will, because that's the way the world is. But men were coming back from the First World War. They still are today. Coming back from Europe, coming back from Iraq, coming back from wherever, coming back to this country with PTSD. You know, but now they're diagnosed and now they offer a way out. You know, the talking cure, a prescription drug. Then they wasn't. Then they were just put into nut houses, or they would walk down the street literally and hear a bang and cover. You know, dark and in the 1920s. They never knew what PTSD was. Most soldiers came back from the war. They were left on their own to deal with those feelings. You know, left to deal with those visions of can you imagine what war's like?
That's crazy, man. That's
Can you
crazy.
imagine what that's like?
And that adds a lot to actually the person you actually come together with as you're acting as Arthur. But one more time, let's hear for Paul Anderson. Even though they told you to cut your answer short, but we love the depth of the answers. I really do. Here we go.
I want to ask you, are you going to be in the upcoming Peaky Blinders movie?
Yeah. I mean, if I'm not, I mean, I don't know. Watch it? Will you watch it?
Of course, if you're there.
No. If I'm not in it, would you watch the movie? Maybe he will.
My father is a big fan of Peaky Blinders, so he's going to watch it, so I can't leave him without him, so I have to watch it with him. Either way.
You know what? That movie right now has been spoken about. Like, it's just a conversation. You know, it's apparently it's written. But I spoke to Killian about a month ago. You know, yes, there is a script. I haven't seen it. I don't even know if I'm in it. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know who's in it. I've been told, you know, I've been told, like, you know, do you want to do it? I mean, I've had conversations, but right now, I don't know. Do you want to see a film? Would you like to see a movie?
The conclusion of season 6, there's still a lot of questions to be answered, so a movie could wrap up all the unanswered questions.
Yeah, true. I thought season 6 didn't end so well. Especially me was fishing, and I went fishing. When the fuck Arthur ever go fishing? The fuck? I don't even know where the fucking lake was, man. The only thing I don't take nothing out of the water, I throw things in it, bodies and, you know, I've never been fishing in my life, and they go, hey, where's Arthur? Arthur's gone fishing. Fishing? Are you kidding? So, yeah, a movie it might be needed, but whether or not it works, it's a dangerous thing. You know, right now, we leave a show in a good situation. You know what I mean? It could be bad. If it's got me and Killian, we're alright, we're safe. But, you know, that's what I'm gonna say.
Hey, Mr. Sutton, can I come in?
Yeah, you're right there, watch yourself, son.
Alright.
You ain't got nothing on your Go.
Yeah, so basically, I've been watching you, like, I watched your movie, I mean your series. Alright, I watched your series, and I was like, you know, the way he played Peaky Blinders, he played Arthur, you know?
This is a young, you know.
It made me think, you know, like, the fact that the person put so much thought into it, because you weren't acting like it. You were playing your feelings. So I need to ask you a question that, how did you, from Arthur and yourself, did you feel the same as the character? That's what my question is.
Yeah. That's it. How was that though, getting up here and doing all that? Did you feel like Graham Norton or? Yeah. Did you feel like this guy? Did you feel like this guy? Even better, you look good. You got a future in that game, man. Yeah, they do differ. They differ. Of course they do. Listen, I can't walk about like, you know, the way Arthur does. I can't walk about like that. If I did, I'd be arrested, man. I'd be in a jail cell. Yes, buddy. Yeah, I think I answered the question earlier, but yeah, you have to. You have to look. You can't. I can't act like I said, right? So you have to put a certain amount of yourself into a character. And there's different books you can read about this shit, right? But you can't learn acting. It can't be taught. You know, you can go to drama school and you can go. And I've got nothing against that. Like anybody thinking about doing it, you should go to a drama school. But all drama schools, all people want from drama schools is an agent. You know, that's a whole different side. That's the industry. But here's the thing. Me, myself, you know, went to drama school when I was 26. So I'd already seen a lot of shit. And I came armed with, you know, I'd seen violence, I'd seen cruelty, I'd seen sadness. You know, I'm not going to get too heavy, but my dad broke my jaw when I was 10 years old, right? My dad punched me so hard, my jaw went like that. I was 10, right? And he did that because I was crying, right? And like, he told me to stop crying. And I tried my hardest. I was like, bang! Come out of nowhere. He was a hard Scotsman, Scottish man. Right? Anyway, so like that kind of stuff you carry with you, you know what I mean? And you take that into, and that's why I love acting, because it's like, it's cathartic, you know what I mean? You get to exercise. You know what? What am I trying to? You might as well ask question and answer it.
All right, cool. Yeah. Another question.
If you weren't famous, what would you have to do right now? Yeah, it's a bit different than the question.
If you were not an actor, not doing what you're doing right now, what do you think you'll be doing instead? Having a selfie.
Do you know what? When I was at school, right, no one told me I could be an actor. Nobody told me that. Listen, when I was at school, right, there you go. Now a man's got the camera on him, you know what I mean? Now he's at home. Right. No matter. I'm a DOP. Right. Now, when I was at school, nobody told me I could be an actor. Ask that question, sorry, Rory. Yeah, I wasn't told I could be an actor, right? I wasn't told that I could be a painter, a musician. I wasn't given those. I wasn't given those kind of messages. And all I loved at school, I left when I was 14, by the way. But all I ever loved was painting. I love drama. I love being creative. You know what I mean? I even like making cakes. You know, we had a lesson in school. Well, I can't remember what it's called now, but it had something to do with making cakes, right? And basically, no one told me I could do that. No one told me I could be a musician. No one said, you know what? You like music? You go to music school. You know, creativity wasn't looked upon as a good thing. You know what I mean? It was like, if you're good at math, or if you're good at English, or if you're good at these subjects were pushed. You know, and the curriculum. You know what I mean? It's like that, right? It's like, if you're good at that sort of thing, then that's encouraged. But it wasn't for me in school. No one told me I could do that. So when I left school, I didn't have many options. You know what I mean? I left school when I was 14, but it didn't take me long to work out that there weren't much options available to me. You know, and I'll water this down slightly, but like where I'm from, it was criminality. You know, it was illegal. It was like, you know, it was doing things illegal. It was illegal, you know, activities. Should I say? Right? Or there was menial jobs, like, you know, jobs that any man can do. Pick up a brick, move it from there to there. You know what I'm saying? And get paid for it, or fucking, you know, drag a bag of sand from one end of the room to the other. Like, it wasn't for me. It was never for me. And so I hung out for a little while, and then I later discovered that, you know, drama schools. I later discovered I could maybe train to become an actor, and that's what I've done. And I'm really glad I did, because I can't do anything else. I can't do anything else.
Wow. Well, ladies and gentlemen, unfortunately, we reached to the end of the session. But with this, ladies and gentlemen, one more time, let's hear it for Paul Anderson.
You bozo bastards over there!
One more time, Bahrain, let's hear it for Paul Anderson. Let's all get together and have a sound on 3, 2, 1. Bahrain, make some noise! Alright, now for the meet and greet, you can get to meet Paul Anderson, Clive Standen at A14 outside. A14, room number A14 outdoors to meet Paul Anderson and Clive Standen.